very good morning, class. So, class, as we all know that we are doing the second chapter of geography, that is land, soil, water, natural vegetation, and wildlife resources. So, today we will be discussing about degradation of soil and conservation measures. So, we will discuss how the soil gets degraded and what are the ways through which we can conserve the soil. Okay, so class, as we know that soil erosion and depletion are the major threats to soil as a resource. We know that soil erosion is the removal of the top layer of the soil, and it is one of the major threat to soil as a resource, because if the soil top layer of the soil is removed, then the soil becomes infertile, and as a result the land becomes barren. So erosion and depletion is one of the major threats to a soil that is happening. Both human beings and natural factors can lead to degradation of soil. See class, we all know that human beings, the demand is increasing every single day. The expansions, the cutting of trees, okay, and building houses lead to depletion of soil. So, human factors, increase in population, demands lead to degradation of soil, and some of the natural factors are also responsible. Okay, plus your overgrazing, overuse of chemicals, fertilizers, pesticides, insecticides, rainwater, and landslides, floods are responsible. If we use too much of pesticides, insecticides, and chemicals, the soil become infertile, and as a result the land will become barren, soil will lose its fertility. Similarly, when floods and landslides happen, they take away the top layer of the soil. Again the will lose its fertility. So both human and natural, okay, natural factors are responsible for the degradation of soil. Okay, now some of the methods through which we can protect the soil and we can conserve the soil, and they are as follows. Number one is mulching. Now see class, in the image you can see the bare ground between plant is covered with the layer of organic matter like straws. It helps to retain the moisture. In the image which is there on your right hand side class, we can see that the ground between plants, you can see there is a ground, and you can see that there are plants and it is covered with the layer of organic matter. You can see this organic matter, that brown color like straws. Okay, and the main aim of doing mulching is to protect or to retain soil moisture. Okay, now the soil will able to hold more and more moisture, and as a result the soil fertility will be maintained. Okay, which will be good for the growth of the crops. Now second is your counter barriers. See class, in counter barriers, if you can see the image left hand side, in counter barriers what it happens, they are just building, they are just protecting with the stones, grass, and soils are used to build barriers. Okay, barriers रुकावट के लिए, so that the soil can be protected, and trenches are made in front of the barriers to collect the water. In the image you can see that the barriers are being there. Okay, so with the help of stones, grass, the soil is used to the it is done with the help of the soil, and the soil is used to build the barriers so that it can be protected and the barriers can collect more and more water. Okay class, in the image you can see we are using barriers. Okay, and in order to collect more and more water so that the soil can hold or maintain its moisture. Next is we have rock dam. This is something new class. Rock dams are simply piled up to slow down the flow of water. This prevents gullies and further soil. See class, in rock downs, the aim of rock downs is to slow down the flow of water, because running water also causes soil erosion and it prevents soil loss. So the aim of rock dam is to prevent the slow down of the flow of water. The next we have very common, that is terrace farming. In terrace farming, you can see that in this image that terrace is being used, or the ground is made as a terrace with the help of steep slopes on the flat surface which is available to grow crops. Okay, and as a result it reduces the surface runoff, means the running water speed is reduced, which prevents soil erosion. And next is intercropping. It means that alternative crops are being grown, okay, and are sown at different times to protect the soil from rainwash. Like type one time we can grow barley, next time we will grow maize. So intercropping, as the name suggests, we will be using different types of crops, okay, alternative use of crops in order to protect the soil from the rainwash. Next, we will be discussing about counterflowing. See class, as you can see in the image, counterflowing is parallel to a counter of a hill slope. Now the hills forms a natural barrier for water to flow down. You can see with the image, it is parallel to the counter of a hill slope, okay, to form a natural barrier. Here the hills, you can see in the image, the hills forms a natural barrier so that the speed of water can slow down. And as we know that the running water causes the erosion of soil, so it is one of the great way to stop or to lower the speed of the soil. You can see on the right hand side the image of counterflowing, in which hillside slope is there, which forms a natural barrier, okay, to slow the speed of the water. And the last is your shelter belt, okay. See, does it happens in coastal and dry regions, always remember this. And here rows, you can see with the help of the image that dark green colors, the rows are planted, okay. You can see the row, the trees are planted to check the movement, wind movement, to protect soil cover. So you will see that the trees will protect the soil from wind, okay. So that is the reason they plant trees in a rows in order to prevent the soil cover, okay. So these are some of the measures through which we can conserve the soil, and both human beings and natural factors are responsible for the degradation of the soil. Okay class, I hope you understand it, and please make sure to read the NCRT. Thank you.